This is part 6 of the series that I'm doing where I'm reading the draft of It Ends With Us to fact check Blake Lively, who claims that she never, ever reviewed any scenes that had sexual intimacy, intimate partner violence, or an attempted SA. I'm calling that BS. I've created a podcast with all of the episodes. The way you find it is you go to Bocce Go Hawks, click on podcasts, and then choose reading that it ends with a script, what was actually in the draft. Right now, it shows 5 episodes. I will be uploading the 6th episode, and that will be added into that playlist. With that said, let's get to part 6. Match cut to interior, exterior, Lily Bloom's store, day. Lily awakening from her daydream, finding herself watering her plants just when Alyssa enters from the bathroom, now sporting quite the baby bump. Alyssa, that's like the billionth time I pee today. This little peanut's really starting to press on the old bladder. Taking a heavy seat, massaging her boobs, whining. Alyssa, and my boobs, Lily. Every time my shirt moves, my nibs feel like they're on frickin' fire. Make it stop. Lily, you want to take the day off? You don't have to be here today. It's super slow. Alyssa, but who will I complain to? Marshall doesn't let me whine as much as you do. Lily, whine away, my love. I'm so here for it. Lily continues watering her plants, Alyssa's gaze tilting toward the front door. Alyssa, hey, remember a few months ago when you told me I could never go back to my new favorite restaurant because the boy you loved as a teenager is the owner and it would be unfair to Ryle? Lily, yeah. Alyssa, if we can't go back there because of the owner, how is it fair that the owner gets to come here? Turning, Lily spots what Alyssa sees. Atlas paying a parking meter across the street and heading their way. Alyssa, okay, I know that you're with my brother and that I'm with child, but can we please just take a moment to silently admire the perfection that is that man? The door opens, Atlas entering, Lily stealing a shallow breath as the two lock eyes. After an awkward beat, Alyssa, it's funny because this is going to sound like some lame excuse to give you guys a little privacy, but I'm not that thoughtful. And I seriously actually do very much need to pee. Again, lifting up and waddling to the bathroom, Alyssa closes the door, Lily and Atlas left alone. Atlas, so I'm sorry for what happened. I wish I had handled it very differently. Lily, it was a misunderstanding. Atlas still doesn't buy it, but he says nothing, his eyes drifting to the register counter. Approaching it, he grabs 2 things, a pen and a sticky note, writing something down on the sticky note, casually. Atlas, let me see your phone. Lily, okay. Lily hands over her phone, watching as Atlas slips the outer case off and puts the sticky note between the case and the phone, then hands it back to her. Atlas, it's my number in case you ever need it. Lily, I won't. Atlas, I hope not. A beat, then, not knowing what more to say, Atlas turns and takes his leave. But just as he reaches the door, Lily, wait. His hand on the doorknob, he pauses, turning. Lily, what Ryle said to you that night about us, he was just really upset. I promise I never said that. The corner of Atlas' mouth curls with a smirk. Atlas, believe me, Lily, I know it wasn't a pity F. I was there. The door opens and closes, Lily watching as Atlas walks across the street, back toward his car, and we explode to exterior Massachusetts General parking lot day. Marshall's Ford Pinto whipping into the parking lot, Lily and Ryle hopping out from the back, Ryle running off to grab a wheelchair, while Marshall and Lily help Alyssa out of the front passenger seat, revealed to be now 9 months pregnant and very much in labor. Alyssa, oh God, I really don't want to do this. Marshall, you're okay, honey. Just breathe in and out, like we practiced, in and out. Ryle returns with a wheelchair and interior, Massachusetts General Hallway night. Close on Alyssa, panting and whining as Ryle wheels her through double doors, Marshall and Lily beside them. Marshall, almost there, honey. Alyssa, easy for you to say, sweetie. You don't have 10 pounds of baby trying to burst out of your hoo-ha. Close on Alyssa as she starts to scream, and match cut to interior Massachusetts General, Alyssa's room, morning. The piercing cry of a little baby girl swaddled sweetly in Alyssa's arms, Lily, Ryle, and Marshall by her side. Marshall, look at her. She's like a little alien. Alyssa, don't say that. She's perfect. Marshall, a perfect little alien. Quietly to Ryle, Lily, You're an uncle. Squeezing Lily's hand, Ryle says nothing, just stands in awe, watching Alyssa hold her new baby. Alyssa, you want to hold her? Ryle kind of stiffens up like he's nervous, but then he nods. Alyssa leans over and puts the baby in his arms, cradling the newborn gently as if it was made of glass. Ryle, you guys decide on a name yet? Alyssa and Marshall lock eyes. Then, with a grin, Alyssa, we wanted to name him after someone Marshall and I both think the world of, so we added an E to your name. Off, Ryle. We're calling her Riley. Ryle blows out a quick breath in shock. In a whisper, Ryle, wow, I don't know what to say. A beat. Ryle staring at this child. Everyone staring at it, basking in that innocent reminder of how precious life is, how fragile, how quickly it goes. Alyssa, you guys want kids? Ryle and Lily lock eyes. Ryle, I mean, I didn't even want a relationship before Lily's realizing it in the moment. I can't believe I'm even saying this, but yeah, I totally want kids. Weird. To Lily, what about you? Lily, I've always thought it would be really fun to be a mom, but I guess I sort of saw myself getting married first. Well, for what it's worth, I'd marry that out of you. Alyssa, aw, that's really sweet. My brother is actually sweet. The Marshal, and what say Lily? Lily looks at baby Riley, cradled in her uncle's arms, feeling so much love in her heart. Lily, are you kidding? I'd marry Ryle tonight. A beat. Ryle suddenly struck with an idea. Ryle, then let's go, right now. Lily, you're joking. Ryle, I've never been more serious about anything in my entire life. Let's pack a bag and fly to Vegas and get married right now, tonight. Alyssa, she can't do that. She's a girl. She wants a real wedding with flowers and bridesmaids. And to Lily, Ryle, do you want a real wedding with flowers and bridesmaids? And a strong beat. Then Lily turns to Alyssa with a smirk. Lily, next time I see you, we'll be sisters. Bursting into laughter, tears kissing her eyes. Alyssa, get that out of here and get your ridiculously cute married already. Passing little Riley to her daddy, grabbing each other by the hand, we track with Lily and Ryle as they, interior, first class, commercial airline, day. Snuggle in first class, lifting cups of champagne. Lily, okay, but if we're gonna do this, it has to be the most hilarious version of a Vegas wedding you can possibly imagine. Ryle, yes and ing. All you can eat buffets. Lily, white stretch limos that sort of smell like vomit. Ryle, yardstick slushies and 50-cent slots. Lily, and if you're not wearing a crushed velvet suit when we exchange vows, I'm going to really have to question the stability of our future. Close on Ryle, the cutest little grin spreading wide as interior, Vegas costume shop, night. He does a little turn in a changing area, dresses Elvis, doing a full-out impression. Ryle, hey, baby, you want to get married? Okay, sorry, y'all. I can't do an Elvis impression. That's the best I got for you. Reverse to reveal. Lily dressed as a Vegas showgirl, covered in feathers and sparkles. Lily, why? I never thought you'd ask. Looping their arms together, the two, interior, seedy Vegas 1-hour chapel, night. Exchange vows at a 1-hour chapel. A drag queen dressed as Dolly Parton leading the ceremony, Ryle surprising Lily with a gigantic rock. Eyes widening. Dolly, oh, Daddy, you may now kiss the bride. Leaning in, Ryle and Lily kiss one another passionately. Interior, white stretch limo, night. Leading to a full makeout session in the back of a white stretch limo with pulsing disco lights until they, exterior, the Vegas Strip, night. Run along the strip, laughing wildly, yardstick slushies in hand as they, interior, various casinos, night. Play some slots and interior, exterior, the high roller Vegas Ferris wheel, night. Look out over the twinkling city from the 550-foot tall Ferris wheel as the Bellagio fountains go off. And interior Vegas penthouse suite, night. They make love against the floor to ceiling windows of their penthouse suite. The galaxy of urban lights sprawled out before them as if their love is the very center of the entire universe. Interior Vegas penthouse suite, morning. Eyes fluttering open, Lily finds herself in this gorgeous suite, lying next to her sleeping husband. Tenderly, she places her left hand on his cheek, her wedding ring gleaming in the morning sunlight. Ryle opening his eyes. His thumb caresses the hollow heart tattoo. These two souls stare at one another, having found peace. Blackout. It was so long ago that I watched this movie, and I don't remember many things. And I don't remember him being so obsessed with this hollow heart tattoo. I heard he was in the book, but did they show that in the movie? Did I sleep through that? Did he make reference to this tattoo every 5 seconds? Because from reading this script, it feels like they refer to it every 5 seconds. Lily, it's been 2 weeks, Mom. Interior, Ralph's loft, kitchen, day. We find Lily in the kitchen chatting with Jenny on FaceTime from her iPad while unloading a box of personal kitchen items, having moved in with Ryle. Lily, you really got to get over it. Jenny on screen. You're my only daughter, honey. I've been dreaming about your wedding day your whole life. Can't help it if I feel a little cheated. I am your mother. Lily, what needs to happen for you to consider ever forgiving me? Because we really can't keep having this conversation. From the box, Lily finds that napkin, her empty list, and after a beat, she pensively pins it to the fridge. Jenny on screen. You want to know how to make it up to me? Lily, yes, please. Jenny on screen. Whenever you decide to have a baby, just promise not to buy one in Vegas. Lily with a laugh. You got a deal. Jenny on screen. How do you like your new place? Lifting the iPad, Lily reverses Jenny's view to the floor to ceiling windows looking out over Boston. Lily, I think I can get used to it. Suddenly, crash. A loud noise sounds, startling Lily, causing her to yell out. Lily, Ryle, you okay? No reply. Sorry, Mom, I'll call you right back. Ending the FaceTime call, we track with Lily as she pushes through the kitchen doors and interior, Ryle's loft, living room, day. Hastily marches through the living room and interior, Ryle's loft, master bedroom, day. Into the master bedroom where Ryle is found sitting on the bed, looking down on something in his hand. He looks like a wild man, on the verge of another breakdown. Lily, what happened? Ryle looks up at her with a very grave expression. Lily, you're scaring me. What's wrong? He holds up Lily's phone and just looks at her like she should know what's happening, but she has no idea. Ryle, funny thing, I dropped your phone by accident and the cover popped off and he holds up his hand, revealing the sticky note. Ryle, I find this number hidden on the back. Close on Lily, her face screaming, oh God, no, no, no. Ryle, I thought, that's weird. Lily doesn't hide things from me. He angrily crumples the number in his fist and looks at Lily, whose heart drops into her stomach. Ryle, so I called it. Eerily, he stands and Ryle, he's lucky I got his effing voicemail. Chucks Lily's phone clear across the room where it crashes against the wall, shattering to the floor. Lily, stop it. I can explain. But Ryle's already gone. Lily running after him as he, interior, Ryle's building, top floor hallway, day, bursts from his loft and hits the elevator button. Lily seconds behind him, now entering the hallway, turning on his heels. Ryle takes the interior, Ryle's building, stairwell, day. Stairwell, Lily not far behind. Round and round they go. Lily, it's not what you think. Round and round until Lily reaches out and grabs at the back of his shirt. Ryle turning and blackout. From the darkness, inhale, exhale, inhale. Ryle, sweetly, shh, be still. Interior, Ryle's loft, master bedroom, day. Eyes fluttering open, the world looking like a dizzy dream. Lily finds herself back in the bedroom, lying on the bed, Ryle's gentle and steady hands soothing her. Ryle, I'm right here. You're okay. Barely able to move. The light's so bright. Lily reaches up with a shaking hand to find a gash on the top of her head, matted in her hair with a bloody rag. Ryle presses the fabric to the wound. Ryle, try to be still. I need to stop the bleeding. You have a little cut on your head. I don't think it needs stitches. Lily, what happened? Checking the wound again, Ryle calmly pulls supplies from an open first aid kit and bandages the cut. Plainly, you fell down the stairs about 5 minutes ago, right after I found this. Ryle places something on the pillow next to Lily, the crumpled up piece of paper that holds Atlas's number. Ryle, how did you get it? And why are you hiding it? Shaking her head, Lily tries to explain. Lily, he came to the store. He was only there for 5 minutes. You can ask Alyssa, and he gave that to me. Ryle breathes out a shaky breath, nodding with relief. Lily, I've never used it. I forgot it was even there, deeply afraid to lose the one thing he loves most. Ryle looks at Lily in a way that actually makes us pity him. Ryle, tell me it's nothing. Swear on our marriage. Lily, it's nothing. I swear. Close on Lily as music rises. Horizon by Aldous Harding, underscoring as Lily allows Ryle to comfort her, kissing him back as she weeps. Aldous Harding, Let me put the water in the bowl for your wounds, babe. Let me fill you up with the fingers of love you can't lose, babe. When you watch me play, does it feel bad, darling, when they choose me? Say again this place. Say again this place. Interior, Ralph's loft, master bathroom, morning. Lily stands alone in the bathroom, dabbing ointment on the gash matted in her hair. Aldous Harding, I broke my neck dancing to the edge of the world, babe. She parts her hair, sweeping a handful of strands over the wound, covering it completely, masking the truth. Aldous Harding, my mouth is wet. Don't you forget it. Don't you lose me. She stares at her reflection, exhausted and gaunt. Aldous Harding, here is your princess, and here is the horizon. Here is your princess, and here is the horizon. Interior, cell phone store, day. The music continues as Lily stands in a phone store, her thoughts miles away while a techie transfers all her data from her smashed phone to a brand new device. Techie, never seen a screen smash like that, with a shrug, forcing a smile, as her mother always does. Lily, I'm pretty clumsy that way. That lie didn't taste good, but she swallows it anyway. Exterior, Pierce Park, Boston, dusk. Walking along the waterfront, Lily wrestles with herself, fighting back tears. Aldous Harding, I've got to scratch it down. I never could amount. That's it, babe. And now the sugar's run out, and I don't know what to say. Finally, she stops and stares out over the water as the sun sets on the horizon. Aldous Harding, say again this place. Say again this place. Still wrestling with the real truth versus the truth she is willing to accept. Aldous Harding, here is your princess, and here is the horizon. Here is your princess, and here is the horizon. Lily decides to choose to cling to delusion. And interior, house loft, master bedroom, night. She crawls into bed, curling against the sleeping Ryle. Aldous Harding, every now and then I think about when you'll die, babe. There's a fall in my head. It floods what you said into the room, babe. Rolling over, Ryle wraps his arms around her, nuzzling into her neck. Lily left wide awake, staring at the ceiling, convincing herself this is where she belongs. Aldous Harding, I don't belong in the desert. Yes, I can see it. Take me home, babe. Say again this place. Say again this place. Interior, Lily Bloom's store, bathroom, morning. Weeks later, we find Lily in the bathroom at work, dabbing more ointment on the scab matted in her hair. Aldous Harding, here is your princess, and here is the horizon. Here is your princess, and here is the horizon. She covers the healing wound with a little beanie. And interior, exterior, Lily Bloom's store, morning. Re-enters her store, turning on the neon sign, Lily Bloom's, and flipping over the open sign. And the music fades to silence. After a quiet beat, Alyssa comes barreling inside, holding 2 coffees and a newspaper tucked under her arm, a sleeping baby Riley strapped to her torso, gushing. Alyssa, Lily! Alyssa walks toward Lily, shoves one of the coffees in her hand, then pulls the newspaper from under her arm. Alyssa, did you see the paper? We're in the top 10. Can you believe it? You freaking did it, you twisted genius. Clocking the headline, Best New Businesses in Boston. Lily, wow. Alyssa grabs her phone. Alyssa, I'm texting Ryle. He needs to grab at least 10 copies on his way home. This is so exciting. I am so proud of us. Proudly, Lily glances through the article, spotting the restaurant route listed as well. Her heart in her throat. She cannot bring herself to keep reading. Instead, interior, house loft, kitchen, night. She takes to making a very special celebratory dinner. As she bobs around the kitchen, swaying her hips to some music, an apron draped over a little black teddy. Hearing the front door unlock, Lily excitedly throws off her apron, pours 2 glasses of wine, and meets Ryle as he enters from the swinging doors. Home from work, holding a few copies of the same newspaper. Excited. Lily, welcome home. Ryle sets the stack of newspaper on the counter, Lily handing him a glass of wine, thinking he's just tired. Lily, you see the article? Pretty cool, huh? Ryle nods, taking a sip of wine. Lily, anyway, I thought we could celebrate. Pulling the wine from his lips, Ryle's gaze falls to the tattoo on Lily's collarbone, the hollow heart. Plainly, Ryle, remind me what that means again? She too glances at the hollow heart. Then, Lily, I told you. Locking eyes with her, Ryle takes another sip. Ryle, it really doesn't mean anything? Ryle is acting weird, Lily hesitating to answer. Finally, she simply shakes her head. Ryle takes 2 steps towards her, backing Lily into the counter. His hands grabbing her waist, he kisses her hard. lifting her up and setting her down on the countertop, standing between her knees. Breathing heavily, Ryle's warm lip slides across hers as he takes a fistful of her hair and tugs gently so that she's looking at him. In a haunting whisper, Ryle, you read it yet? Looking disturbed, Lily doesn't answer, Ryle tugging harder at her hair. Then he oddly releases his grip, backing away. The two stare at each other until he grabs one of the newspapers, handing it to her. Ryle, read it out loud. Afraid, Lily takes the paper and, Lily, what's this about? Lily feels greatly exposed, vulnerable, sitting on the counter in a little teddy. Ryle repeating himself. Ryle, read it. Lily stares at him and then does as she is told. Lily, the votes are in. Ryle, not the whole thing. He flips the paper over where it starts in the middle of the article and he points to a sentence. Ryle, the last paragraph. Lily pauses, not trusting where this is going, but afraid to make any sudden movements, voice shaking. Lily, the business with the highest number of votes should come as no surprise. The iconic route on Marketson. Locking eyes with Ryle, Lily's growing increasingly nervous, but Ryle only nods at her to continue. Lily, when interviewed, the owner, Atlas Corrigan, finally revealed the true history of the meaning behind the name of his business. When I was a kid, Chef Corrigan stated, I carved a small hollow heart from an oak tree for a girl. Lily locks eyes with Ryle again, pleading. Lily, I don't want to read anymore. Ryle, keep reading. Lily, it was meant to represent something she said to me once about how strong trees are, how deep their roots can go. So when it came time to come up with a name for my restaurant, this one just made sense because this girl made such a huge impact on my life, he said. Her voice cracking, Lily falls silent, Ryle taking the paper and picking up where she left off, growing angry. Ryle, when asked if the girl was aware he named a restaurant after her, Corrigan smiled knowingly and said, next question. The two lock eyes when suddenly Ryle violently starts hitting the newspaper against the counter. Whack, whack. Lily quickly landing on her feet and hurrying into the. Okay, we're going to stop right there. If you have enjoyed this video, please like the video. And if you have not yet subscribed to me, please do. Until the next time, see you then.